just before we dive into the video, I want to let you guys know we have an awesome giveaway running right now with the guys over at Gamerchic for everything you see on screen. If you want to get involved, be sure to click that link in the description box down below. And if you want to save some money on buying Iceborne in the UK, then you can go over to their website and use the code Arekkz Gaming, which makes it one of the cheapest places to buy right now. Hey, what's going on guys? Arekkz here, welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and today I want to show you a really awesome mix set that I've been putting together. This is both incredibly powerful and also a hell of a lot of fun to use. So I want to give a massive shout out to Soxy Bear. This was his idea. He hit me up the other day and he was like, yo, have you been messing around with Coalescence? Because that skill is really good. And I was like, alright, you know what? Let me see what you're saying. Let me give it a shot. And then I put together my own version of this, and whew, this, let me just say, you don't want to be sleeping on Coalescence. This is a new skill introduced in Iceborne that temporarily enhances your attacks after you recover from blights or abnormal statuses. And for what is effectively very minimal commitment, you get a pretty noticeable boost to attack power, elemental damage, and status buildup. You almost become one of those badasses in an anime. You know how like the main character will run in and put like all their effort into it to try and fight them, and no matter what happens, they just turn around, laugh it off, and just turn that power back against them. That's kind of what you can do with this set. Now obviously I'm wearing some layered armor pieces here because normally it doesn't look very good, so I wanted to make it look pretty cool because this is a cool set, I want to look cool, so this is my layered option. But if we turn our attention to the armor pieces, it's comprised of the Rathalos Helm Beta, the Shara Ishvalda Mail Beta and the Braces Beta, as well as the Odogaran Coil and the Garuga Greaves Beta. The charm in this situation is the Phoenix Charm 1. This can be upgraded to Phoenix Charm 2, I don't have the parts for it right now, but for the purpose of this build I don't actually need it. This is of course a point in Coalescence, and this isn't exclusively a sword and shield build. This is a build that can be used, technically speaking, by any weapon. This one's spec'd in such a way that it benefits weapons that can guard, because it does have offensive guard in it, but you could equally just drop that and just use it as it stands, so you can to a degree use this with pretty much any weapon. Additionally, I've also got the Rocksteady Mantle and the Temporal Mantle. That'll make sense in just a moment. On the decoration front, I've basically put in Tenderizer Jewels and Critical Jewels to max out Weakness Exploit and Critical Boost. I've then thrown in a Handicraft Jewel to give me a little bit extra. I've thrown in 3 of my kind of level 4 Guardian / something else jewels. So in this case, Guardian / Expert, Guardian / Attack, and Guardian / Evasion. The third one, the Evasion one, I don't really need that point, but again, it's just going to kind of give me that maxed offensive guard. And then of course you can see the remaining ones. I also threw 2 points of protection into Rocksteady Mantle because, as you'll see in a minute, when I want to firm certain attacks, it just gives me a little bit of Divine Blessing in the process. But all of this together then gives me the following skills. We have Critical Eye level 7, again for that 40% affinity boost. We have Attack Boost level 4, which is plenty enough, you don't really need to go that far beyond that point. Just basically gives us the 12 attack and the 5% affinity. We have Crit Boost level 3 for the increase to critical hit damage. We have Weakness Exploit level 3, again increasing affinity when striking weak spots, even more so if they are wounded. We have Offensive Guard maxed out at level 3, so again, obviously if I perfectly time my guard, remember you can do this with any weapon that can block, provided you just block at the last minute, so Sword and Shield, you can actually kind of have a lot of fun with this. You just kind of block a roar, block an attack, and then you can still get the Defensive Guard and work that into that new True Rush combo, which in itself is very powerful. And we then of course have the core skill in this situation, which is Coalescence. Again, temporarily enhances attacks after recovering from blights or abnormal statuses, and because it's level 3, that grants us plus 18 attack. If you have an elemental weapon, that's plus 90 elemental attack power, and of course for status weapons, that's status build up plus 15%. Now I am using a raw weapon in this situation, so I don't benefit from the latter two. You could of course use this in an elemental build, you could use this in something else, but the main thing here is that when you recover from a blight or an abnormal status, then you get this buff for free. Now keep in mind, there are so many blights and so many statuses that you can recover from in this game. You have Fire Blight, Water Blight, Thunder Blight, Ice Blight, Dragon Blight, you have Paralysis, Sleep, Poison, Blast Blight, Bleeding, Effluvial Buildup, Defense Down, and believe it or not, even being stunned just in the dizzy state. When you recover from that, that too is an abnormal status that you can recover from. And any of those, when you recover from those, you proc Coalescence. And keep in mind, you can also use a Nullberry to cure most of those. In doing so, that will also proc Coalescence. You can, of course, in the situations where it's, say, defense down, consume an Adamant Seed. When it's, say, the bleeding, you can consume the Asteroid Jerky. When it's poison, you can drink an antidote. Basically, anytime you cure yourself from a blight or an abnormal status, you're getting this free boost. And the crazy thing is, this lasts for 90 seconds. This isn't like one of those little boosts that just kind of last for 5 or 10 seconds. This is 90 seconds. That is pretty sizable. That means that anytime you run in and you kind of just like get set on fire, or you get like Ice Blight applied to you and you quickly lose it, for the next 90 seconds, you have got this really sizable buff. And factoring in that you can kind of pursue a lot of these things, you know, a monster fires out a fireball, you just roll through the fire, roll it off, job done. You're fighting Brachydios, roll into one of the slime pools, roll out, shake off the blast blight, that's some free damage. It's very, very easy to keep this topped up a lot of the time, and the fact that stun even counts means that there is not a single fight in the game that you could not take advantage of this skill. Yes, admittedly, it does mean you need to get hit a few times, so it is going to put you in danger a little bit, and with that in mind, you could potentially change the set around a bit. You could put things like Divine Blessing in, you can put some more health into it for Vitality boost. I was even thinking of making a version of this with Tigrex parts, so that I can use the increase or the improvement to free meal, so that then when I'm consuming items to, you know, nullify poisons, heal myself because I'm going to be getting hit, then it kind of means I won't be using items so much. So I might kind of do a new version of that, but this one is largely speaking just a hell of a lot of damage and lots of great potential. Of course, on top of that, we also have Handicraft level 2 for an additional 20 weapon sharpness. We have Resuscitate, which of course improves evasion and reduces stamina depletion when afflicted by abnormal status effects, which you'll of course be dealing with using this set. Evade Window is kind of just sort of that bonus skill, but hey, it doesn't hurt. And again, Divine Blessing level 2, purely on my mantle, so if I want to, say, sit there and take like a fireball to the face, but I don't want to get sent flying, I could throw a Rocksteady Mantle, sit there, firm it, and then, you know, hopefully proc Divine Blessing in the process. So as you can see, altogether, this is just a lot of high damage potential, a lot of like nice damage skills with Coalescence worked in, and basically it's kind of a pretty obvious playstyle. You want to be putting yourself in danger. There will be situations where if you can roll through something, obviously try and pick and choose it sensibly. Don't stand in the middle of like a one-hit attack because that's not going to help anybody. But if there is a situation where you know that, say, like a fireball is not going to kill you and you can take that hit, then for the next 90 seconds, you're laughing. You don't need to be doing this too often. It's not like you need to be in the line of fire 24/7. You just need to do it once to proc that skill until it expires. So basically, this is now a really fun playstyle because instead of just rolling away from everything, you're like, no, come and get me. Like, stop trying to hit me and hit me. And then once you get hit, you're like, haha, now who's the boss? So yeah, that's basically how it works. Give it a try, because honestly, this can benefit many, many weapons. You can even use something like Greatsword, which in itself has a lot of damage potential. Block with the side of your weapon for that offensive guard, for that like additional bonus. Get a Blight to proc Coalescence, and suddenly you've got all these things stacked up to do some really, really nice damage. So, that's it for the time being. I want to show it to you guys. Of course, this is something I could have included in Mix It Monday, but some of these is really cool that I don't want to wait till a Monday to show you guys. This is a very, very awesome set that you definitely want to check out. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have got your own versions of Coalescence sets. And of course, keep it locked for plenty more Iceborne videos. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and also click on the little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss my next upload. Also, don't forget, you can check out 269 and Paradise Central streaming over on Twitch 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. Be sure to drop by and get involved. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.